Okay, trust me when I say thumbnail pictures for this video were extremely heavy. Also, I think I ripped a piece of hair out. Okay, we are getting the blanket and we are getting cozy. You guys can't really see the blanket, that's fine. So I've been wanting to film this video for a while, but I actually didn't know if I had enough books for this. I got all of them together and apparently I do. This is just gonna be me showing off my danmei collection and also telling you guys which danmei I might want to read in the future. I have a whole list. I actually don't know how many I own right now, so I'm just gonna count. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I know like book buying is an expensive hobby, but I didn't realize like how expensive danmei were until I started buying them. Like how much is this one? In Canada, this is $24.99. I'm Canadian by the way, so we do not love the prices of books here. Okay, so I'm just gonna get started showing off this pile and then I'm gonna give you guys a list of danmei I want to read. Okay, I believe the definition for danmei is Chinese BL. Also, I just realized these aren't organized properly. Give me a second. Holy crap, why did I do this? Okay, we're sort of good now. Okay, now we're good. So I'm gonna start off with the one I completely read because there's only one series here that I finished and started. The other ones I haven't started because I have this thing where I save things I know I'm gonna like. It's really a problem I have, but the top one right here I did finish. So the first book is Have an Official's Blessing, Book 1 by Mo Shang Tongshu. There's an anime to this. I actually do have a couple people I convinced to read this and they told me that watching the anime was easier. So if you want to start this, maybe watch the anime. So good though. So it's about Demon King, exiled god or something like that. I would say the fantasy is a heavy element sort of in this book. There's also mystery and it's basically just the characters living their lives, I guess. A lot of cute moments, also a lot of tragic things. This man right here literally paved the entire way to his entire love story. Oh my god, we love him so much. It was so good. The way I can describe this man, if there's a red string of fate, he's the one who tied the string to the one he wants to be with. By the way, this is an 8-book long series, so obviously the second one is the second volume of Have an Official's Blessing. I believe the anime only goes up to season 2 right now. There's a short film that recently came out that I haven't watched yet. I think this anime is also still ongoing. It goes up to the second volume in the series, as far as I know. Third book, volume 3 in the series. Okay, I love every single book in the series, but I feel like around 3 or 4 is when it really started taking off. I don't know, is this the one where that thing happened? You guys don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like really hoping this video is gonna bring in all the danmei fans and we're just gonna have a long, nice chat in the comments. Fourth book in the series. I'd have to say this one's my favorite, or one of my favorites at least. I don't know, the way danmei go, or at least the English translated ones, it's just like it ends at a certain point and then it continues in the next book at that same point. So honestly, it just feels like one giant book to me. I will say my favorite character is the Grandmaster, and if you know, you know. Next book, volume 5. 5, right? Yeah, 5. Then we have volume 6. Oh my god, can I just say, they didn't officially kiss, sort of, until book 3. Technically, I would say maybe book 4, but book 3. And feelings weren't confessed. I'm not gonna spoil, but hint, hint, feelings weren't confessed until very later on. It's such a slow burn. I love a good slow burn romance, even if it takes me like 10 books just to get like hand-holding or something. Volume 7, we love him teaching him how to write properly. He knows how to write. He just doesn't know how to write very well. Oh my god, so many like reveals and secrets that happen in this though, and plot twists. Then we have the final book in the series, volume 8. Oh my god, even though this is the last book in the series, this is definitely one of my favorites, especially the extras we get at the end here. They were so good and we needed them. I was so sad when this ended. I didn't know what to do with myself. I think I got in a really bad slump afterwards. I can't remember. Oh, also I do want to say most of my collection consists of Mo Shang Tongshu. I think I only have one book here that isn't a Mo Shang Tongshu book. Anyways, the Have an Official's Blessing series is her longest series, I believe. The next few books I have here I haven't read yet. Okay, so now we have the first book in Grandmaster of Cultivation series. I watched the anime to this years ago. I cannot remember what happened, but I remember really liking it. So go watch the anime too if you want to do that before reading this. I feel like they cut out a lot of scenes from this because the anime did end, but it only had 2 seasons. This series has 5 books. Oh, they do have a live action drama called The Untamed. Still haven't watched it. Got recommended it though, so I'm probably gonna watch it. Okay, so from what I can remember, is it transmigration? Is that what it's called when someone dies and then they get transferred into another body? I don't know, but the guy in the white robes is supposed to be like really high up in the world. This guy is really hated, and that's pretty much all I can remember. I think they go and slay like demons or something. Again, it's been a while, so I can't really remember too much. Also, did I say the name of this? Grandmaster of Cultivation, book 1. Then we have Grandmaster of Cultivation, volume 2. Volume 3. Volume 4. Oh my god, he has a rabbit on his lap. That's so cute. Volume 5. This one's the thickest so far. Oh, and that's it. That is Mo Shang Tongshu's second longest series. I like genuinely had a problem after I started reading Have an Official's Blessing, because right after I started that, I went searching for all of Mo Shang Tongshu's books, which I'm pretty sure you can guess the next series I have here is her last series and her shortest series, the Scum Villain self-saving system. So this is book 1. What is this about even? Wait, I didn't know this took place in like the main character's web novel series. Sorry, I only just read the first paragraph here. I haven't read the backs of any of these books. While Shen Qingqiu may have the incredible power of a cultivator, he is destined to be horrifically punished for crimes against the protagonist. The new Shen Qingqiu now has only one course of action: get into Luo Binghe's good graces before the young man's rise to power, or suffer the awful fate of a true scum villain. Wow, wait, Wait, what the heck? This sounds so different from our other novels. That's exciting. Okay, next we have volume 2 in the Scum Villain series, volume 3, and then finally volume 4. Can I just say all her covers are beautiful? I wonder who like does the design for all of them. Like this one's so warm and cozy, even though I've heard things that happen in this, so this cover is definitely deceiving. And then the final book I have here is a new one that I bought most recently. I've heard such good things about this one though. It's Run Wild Say. It's volume 1. I heard 2 more volumes are coming out this year, so I'm probably not gonna start this one anytime soon, but I heard this one's really good. So this one's like slice of life danmei, and I say slice of life because I heard people sobbing over this. I don't know how accurate that is. I think the only reason they call this one slice of life is because it's not like magical or fantasy or whatever. Oh, on the back here it says Sai, the popular coming of age danmei, makes its English debut. That's exciting. After all of Mosheng Toichu's books, this is definitely gonna be like a palate cleanser, I feel like. Okay, that is all of the 18 danmei I own. I also just got into danmei, I think the end of last year, so this is like a whole new thing for me. Okay, now we're going on to the ones I want to read eventually. I guess a good half of this are some I do want to read eventually, but I have another list of ones that I don't own yet. I'm just gonna read from my laptop because I actually film with my phone. Also, I don't know what any of these are about. Should I just read the synopsis off of Goodreads? I think that's what I'm gonna do. Whoa, that is a giant ad. Okay, so here's my list, like in the corner here. I'm just gonna read all that. Oh wait, but the synopsis for a lot of these are really long. Should I just read like maybe the first sentence or the first paragraph and then move on? Okay, the first one we have on this list is The Husky and His White Cat Shizun. Okay, really funny, but I heard the short name in English for this author is Meat Bun, which I believe bao means bun, so that makes sense. So the full translation for this author's name is Meat Bun Doesn't Eat Meat. Kind of love that, honestly. If I had a pen name in Chinese, would probably do something similar. Killed his way to the throne and now reigns as the first ever emperor of the mortal realm, yet somehow he is unsatisfied. Left cold and bereft, abandoned by all he held dear, he takes his own life only to be reborn anew. Awakening in the body of his younger self, Mo Ran, he discovers the chance to relive his life. This time he vows to attain the gratification that once eluded him. All who defied him will fall, and never again will they treat him like a dog. Yet as Mo Ran shamelessly pursues his own goals in this life he thought lost, he begins to wonder if there might be more to his teacher and his own feelings than he ever realized. Actually, from what I heard of this series, a friend read this first and she told me about it. There's like this crazy love triangle in here, but it's like obvious who he ends up with. If you start reading danmei, make sure to read the trigger warnings. From what I've heard, Mosheng Tongshu is a good author to start out. Meat Bun, however, maybe don't start out with that one. Okay, next one we have is The Remnants of Filth. Once he was one of 2 promising young commanders, twin stars of the empire. His comrade was Mo Xi's brother-in-arms, best friend, and secretly his lover, until the day Gu Mong turned traitor and joined the ranks of their nation's greatest enemy. Now Gu Mong has been returned to the empire, a ruined man, a shadow of the military genius he once was. The public clamors for his death, and no one yearns for vengeance more than Mo Xi, or so we thought, for faced once more with his bitterest enemy, Mo Xi is left with more questions than answers. Why did the man he loved betray him, and what secrets hide behind Gu Mong's tortured eyes? Wait, this one sounds so messy. What the hell? All these sound messy. Okay, next one. Next one I heard is kind of iffy. It's Case File Compendium. Holy crap, why is this description so long? A modern tale with a sci-fi, an elite young man with a dark side develops a deep, aggressive relationship with his former doctor. From the outside, He Yu seems to have everything going for him, but beneath his perfect facade... I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing some of these words. I can read, I just never claimed I'm good at it, okay? Okay, yeah, perfect facade. He's hiding a dark secret, one that makes him a slumbering threat to the people around him. After spending years abroad, he enrolls in film school to pursue the girl of his dreams, but that forces him to deal with her overprotective older brother, the man He Yu hoped he'd never see again. An icy man of subdued emotion was once He Yu's doctor and is the only person who knows He Yu's terrible secret. As a sprawling conspiracy sucks in He Yu, he must confront his own grudges and face new truths. This urban fantasy from China, built around the desire between 2 men, is the newest novel series by the author of the hit The Husky and His White... Oh, okay. Wait, this is urban fantasy? I didn't know this was fantasy at all. I thought it was just a mystery. I don't know how to feel about that one. Okay, that's the last Meat Bun recommendation that's on my list. I've heard things about Meat Bun. I just didn't know what any of their books were about. Let me tell you, they all sound messy. Okay, next book, Stars of Chaos by Priest. Oh, thank God, this one's short. Okay. The discovery of violet gold, a vital fuel for steam-powered machines propelled by Great Liang into an age of prosperity. A young man raised on the impoverished northern frontier, the concerns of the empire are as distant as the stars above. When raiders from the north attack, he discovers that the life he knows is a lie. His mother, his teacher, even his beloved godfather, the man he trusted most in the world, are not who they seem. Okay, sorry, what is this book though? We're just gonna move on because I really don't know how to feel about that one. Okay, next one, Guardian, also by Priest. Special Investigations Department, a secret group of uniquely skilled individuals who investigate strange happenings in modern-day Dragon City. Although laid back and cheeky to those who don't know him, this tenacious and cunning man fits well into his role of the Guardian. While investigating a mysterious death at a local university, Zhao Yunlan meets Shen Wei, a calm and cold professor who proves as intriguing as the case itself. Something about this reserved man feels strangely familiar. Zhao Yunlan can't help but notice the intensity of the professor's gaze and wonders why their lives begin to intertwine as if by fate. Is this reincarnation? Faded star-crossed lovers. That's what I'm getting. Okay, this cover looks weirdly modern. Actually, you guys will see it. I'll put it up. But it looks weirdly modern, doesn't it? Like they're in suits. Next book. Okay, Thousand Autumns. Shen Chao is a devout Taoist priest who has spent his life honing his skills and spirit. Polar opposite Yan Wuxia, said to be unrivaled in his strength and cunning. Yan Wuxia believes in the inherently selfish nature of all people, himself included, and that nobody is above committing dark deeds for their own benefit. You know what? I'm getting way too lazy to read all these. I might just say the names. I'm getting so lazy. I don't want to read all this. Okay, Peerless, Mistakenly Saving the Villain, Golden Stage, Golden Terrace, Ballad of a Sword and Wine. This one I really want to read. I heard it's really good. Enemies to Lovers. Also, I ran into it at my bookstore the other day. It looks so pretty. Little Mushroom. Okay, I did hear this one's out of print. The publisher, don't know what happened to the publisher, but they're not printing anymore. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one. I might just wait until someone picks it up because I heard this one's really popular, and so I'm kind of praying someone else picks it up because this is the one I'm probably most interested in on this list. Next one is an extremely weird title. The Disabled Tyrant's Beloved Pet Fish. As weird as this title is, I heard this one's extremely cozy. Like, I'm not kidding you. The man's a literal fish from what I've seen. Legend of Exorcism. That one's new, I think. Or at least the first book just got translated. Joyful Reunion, 300 Years of Longing, Copper Coins, Panguan. I heard Panguan is the most popular by this author. The final book we have on here, Salad Days. I think that one's more on the slice of life side. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the TBR. This is the collection. Please leave down in the comments if you have any more recommendations for me because I will take it. Please give me recommendations. Also, I will hopefully be reading some of these soon. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!